Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery with IIMFL and Smart Money Alliance. It's a beautiful Monday morning, April 12th, 2021. It's my pleasure to visit with you today. We get together with our distribution partners most weekdays, normally Mondays through Fridays at this time, 8 o'clock Central or a minute or so before. The purpose of this time is to welcome aboard those of you that are new, whether you're a new affiliate, new credit literacy educator, or new joint venture partner, and provide the training and support to be able to ensure that you earn an adult income while we're helping others. Each of those three roles have a little bit of a different focus in how we help people, but all of it ties to our mission. And so here on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see that we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We're committed to doing really three things, and that's narrowing the racial wealth gap by, number one, teaching financial literacy, and that is very important. Secondly, improving credit scores, and we help both with personal and business credit scores. And third, facilitating the development of minority-owned small businesses, and integral to that is providing access to capital. So what we do is very important. We're very proud of that. Each of you, depending upon your role, will determine which aspects that you're working on or what you contribute towards. What we're going to talk about today is accessing capital. And so that falls kind of under the third, but certainly financial literacy is always overlapping. So we have set up a new front end system. We talked about this last week. So each of you now have a landing page. And so it's a unique landing page. We provide you the link for free, of course, and then you share that with your prospects and the form. And so it's going to look just like this. This is not your landing page, of course. This is the main one off of the IIMFL website. But your landing page will look precisely like this. It'll have an embedded YouTube video, an overview, a flyer. But ultimately, and we talked about this last week, you're not a salesperson when you're trying to help people access capital. You're not selling them anything. You're simply creating awareness and help them see if they qualify. So you would just direct them to your landing page, which will have an embedded form that looks just like this. Notice there's no referred by field because we don't need that. It's hard coded to you because it's your landing page. And so that's really the crux of what you want to do, is to be able to educate small business owners, entrepreneurs, whether they be pre-launch, startup, or existing, and allow them to see if they qualify. Now, the larger value proposition is summarized towards the top of the page, and I think you all know that. With access to capital, it's offered by our 501c3 nonprofit. There's no upfront cost for them to enroll. There's a guaranteed $100,000 capital raise. There's no minimum credit score, no minimum time in business necessary to enroll in the program. So it's a really strong value proposition. But again, just to summarize, all you're trying to do is help people see if they qualify, and that would be a three-step process. The first step is just them simply going to your landing page, which we provide to you for free, and fill out the 4 forms of information. Now that we've upgraded the front end system, this is actually embedded, or I guess embedded into our CRM. And so then you're going to get better reporting back, and then the clients will be able, if they start the process but don't finish in enrolling, there's automatic follow-up. All right, so the focus of today is not that. That was a bit redundant, just to summarize. But let's go over and talk about a new source of leads. So we want to position you to earn more income by plugging more people in to the Access to Capital program. Again, you're not selling them anything. You're not collecting any money. They're not paying anything up front. And so when you and I together can solve such an immense problem, and that problem is access to capital, nearly every entrepreneur wants and needs more capital to start to grow to reach their potential. So it's a wide open market. No one else has the value proposition that you and I offer. No upfront cost, a minimum of $100,000 capital guarantee raise. That's not the maximum, that's the minimum. And again, for them to enroll, there is no minimum credit score, no minimum time in business. So let's drill in. So the best prospect for the Access to Capital program is an entrepreneur who is what? Actively looking for capital. So certainly, can we go out and get leads list of newly formed businesses? Certainly can. We've talked about that. We can get every new DBA, sole proprietorship, assumed name, LLC, C Corp, S Corp, that's public information. The problem is not all of them are consciously looking for capital. Now, they probably most of them could benefit from it, but the power is going to those that are ready to take action. We used to do the in-person trainings here in our office, and we're resuming that in May. May 7th is our next one coming up. And I don't want to digress too far, but one of the concepts that we teach in the in-person training is called Prochaska's Trans-Theoretical Stages of Change. So what Professor Prochaska, formerly from the University of Rhode Island, taught us is that you need to understand where the person is in the change process to most properly advance them to the next stage, the next step. So at the most basic level, you have people that are pre-contemplative. So that could be someone that smokes, that really has no concern about it. It's not a problem for them. They're not thinking about stopping smoking. It's not a behavior change that they're looking for. So what would happen if we got a group of pre-contemplative smokers in a room and pitched them a smoking cessation program? They'd be very upset. They'd feel like they're being sold something. They don't have a problem that they're looking for a solution for. We need to mind our own business. That same thing could be true for access to capital. If in their mind, they're not really looking for capital, and if we go right to trying to pitch them a solution versus educating them first, they're going to probably respond negatively. So the lowest level of stage of change, according to Professor Prochaska, is pre-contemplation. The next is contemplation, and that is described as the I may change. So I see that there'd be some benefits of stopping to smoke, but right now, it's not really a priority for me. So if you had someone that was contemplative of accessing capital, do you pitch them the Access to Capital program? Probably not. They're not ready for change yet. What we want to do is help them understand the pros and cons of making a change. So whether it be smoking cessation or more applicable to us, accessing capital. So hypothetically, you could sit down with them and say, let's create a little T chart. And on the left, we would write, what are the benefits of you having an extra $100,000? And on the right-hand side of the T chart, what are the negatives or consequences of you having an extra $100,000? So what Prochaska taught us is helping them come to their own conclusion by facilitating a discussion of the pros and cons is most likely to move them forward in the change process. So the next change up, so we had pre-contemplation at the bottom, then contemplation. Now we're at preparation. Preparation is the gold mine. That's what you and I are looking for. We're looking for people that are ready to stop smoking, or in our case, they're looking to raise capital. They've already thought through in their mind that there are more benefits than consequences of raising capital, and they want money for their business. At that point, they usually don't know what the right type of capital is or how to get it. They just know that they want more money or want money to start or grow a business. So those are called at the preparation stage. Sometimes he referred to it as the planning stage. Now, it's crucial that you reach those people in a narrow window, because see, what happens is people ebb and flow through these stages. So you might be like some of us in January, we were ready to go join a gym and exhibit better behavior and exercise. But then comes February, and maybe that is not quite so important, and we actually drop down to the contemplative stage. Well, I may do it, but not right now. So preparation is the I will change stage, and I'm looking for the right way to make that change. And then the next stage up, so let's review: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation. Now the fourth stage up is action. So now I am doing it. I am partaking in some sort of new activity. I am now involved with the Access to Capital program. So with all that being said, it's important that we're able to reach out to those people at the right time, not to suggest that with some follow-up and relationship building and education that you couldn't help the majority of small businesses that you come into contact with, but those that are most likely to move into action are currently at the preparation stage. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to capture those that are at the preparation stage so you can move them to action, which provides them the solution that they are looking for, access to capital, and it creates monetization for you. Well, there are lead sources where you could literally get 250 leads today of small businesses that are actively looking for capital. And those can be sorted by state if you wish. Many of you are either licensed life insurance agents or you work collaboratively with licensed life insurance agents to write these key person policies. Well, it would make sense to focus on states that you're licensed in. Of course, you can get a non-resident license pretty cheaply and pretty easily. But the bottom line is these are people that are prospects that are actively looking for business loans. All right, so let's quickly review some of the basics here, and then we'll drill into this new source of leads. So it's so important to realize if your goal is to make more money, you have to make sales. And to make sales, you have to have leads. So what should we be focused on? Leads. Because if we have leads and we work the leads, we'll make sales. And if we make sales, we will earn money. I think so many people, and I'm kind of lecturing to the choir, but in general, there's so many people that don't understand this basic concept. It's like, oh, I'm broke, or I'm not earning as much money as I want. I need money, I need money, I need money. I would argue, no, you don't need money. You need leads. And with leads, then you create sales. And with sales, the money comes automatically. We must focus on the leads. We must focus on the leads. Now, the good news is you can generate your own leads or buy them. It's what we learned in school is the buy or build proposition. And we make those decisions every day. If you go to the grocery store today and you buy a pack of bacon or oranges or any food product, you made the decision to buy it, not to have your own orange tree or bush or oranges grow, not to have your own cattle farm and kill your own cows and pigs. Yeah, and I realize that may seem irrelevant, but it's true. You can either build or buy. So if you want to create your own leads, some of you have a great competency to do that. And we see that, like Jim Sullivan. He's a machine, right? He generates leads like hardly anyone else can. But a lot of you aren't Jim Sullivans, and that's okay. So it may make more sense to buy them, just like you may buy the orange instead of grow it yourself. If you want to buy new leads, we have a new source that we become aware of. We don't get any kickbacks from them. We're not marking up leads. They're about I'll just tell you that because most of you are going to quickly ask, well, how much are they? And depending upon how you're working with the lead source, it'll vary. But on average, it's about $4 a lead is what they charge. I don't have the ability to make it more expensive or less expensive. It is what it is. But if we know that we're going to generate thousands of dollars, we should generate thousands of dollars for every access to capital conversion. And if it costs us $4 to get thousands of dollars, it's probably pretty smart, unless you're really good at generating your own leads. And if so, then why would you buy them? All right, so the lead source that we're working with, I think, has a few important elements. They have self-motivated applicants. So all of these applicants have searched on the internet and requested information about business loans. So I would argue that they're in the preparation stage, right? And that's the hot spot. According to Professor Prochaska, that's when you want to connect with them because they have a defined problem in their mind that they're trying to solve, and they're trying to figure out how to solve it. Because if they already knew how to solve it, they wouldn't be in the preparation stage anymore. They'd be in the action stage, and you'd be too late. They don't charge any contracts. You can just buy leads as you go. They do time and date stamp the leads so you know how fresh they are, and you can get fresh ones or aged ones. Now, the sample lead probably is better shown in a more of a table format, but this is the information that comes. So this is specifically sample lead 52303. It'll tell you what business industry the client's in. this lead generation system does not allow you to filter on industry. I don't believe. I could be wrong. They do ask about accepting credit cards, and that really doesn't have a whole lot of bearing on what we do, but that's part of the data that they gather. They let you know if they're revenue generating or not. Many of our clients are pre-revenue or very early stage, but in this example, this client or this prospect is revenue generating. It gives you information about credit. And so if they have good or excellent credit, they'll probably be able to go to funding quicker. But many of our clients don't have good or excellent credit, and that's fine. That's an extra problem that you and I can help them solve through the 60-day credit sweep. So we're not deterred at all by those that don't have good credit. That's probably our target market, frankly. It also tells you how long they've been in business. And again, we deal a lot with early stage entrepreneurs, but this prospect has been in business for a couple of years, and then also how much funding that they're looking for. And of course, blanked out, so not everybody contacts this person, but it's a real lead. So this is Larry. You get his company name, you get city, state, zip, you get his email address, you get his phone number if he has a secondary phone, and when he wants to be contacted. So let me pause for a moment. I'm not here to sell you leads. I don't sell leads. This is a third-party company that frankly does sell leads. And you might say, well, why do they sell them? Why isn't it free? Well, they want to make money just like you probably want to make money. And so they go through the process, the time, the effort, they have the skill set to generate business loan leads. If you're not generating business loan leads, then you're probably not making sales. And if you're not making sales, you're probably not earning money. So that's a problem, isn't it? All right, so let's get on down to our agenda here. So with our Access to Capital program, if you're just reasonably good at what you do, you should have a high conversion rate. Well, why is that? Well, there's no upfront cost for the Access to Capital program, so that removes a major barrier, both financial and psychological barrier. They don't have to pay anything to enroll, so that helps us cast a wide net. We are a 501c3. We offer a guaranteed minimum of $100,000 capital raise. No one else does that, so there's another ace in the hole you have. There are no minimum credit scores or no minimum time in business to participate. So because of our value proposition and our approach, and that's why I have the screen split here, you're just going to take these people, you're going to connect with them and say, hey, let's see if you qualify. I'm representing a 501c3 nonprofit. We have a grant subsidized program. There's no upfront cost, a minimum $100,000 capital raise. And again, that's the minimum, not the maximum. There's no minimum credit score, no minimum time in business. Let's see if you qualify for this program, okay? And then what you're going to do is take them to your landing page and have them fill out these 4 pieces of information. Once they've done that and they hit the green button, it's going to take them to step 2. Step 2 is where they'll agree to the terms and conditions. Then it'll take them to, amazingly, step 3. And so then that just gives us a few questions so we have some more fields to be able to implement. And they've immediately qualified, they've enrolled, and now you have a tremendous income stream ahead of you, which I'll define here on the next bullet. So why this is such a good deal is everyone wins. The client is enrolled in a program that's going to build their credit, build their financial literacy, get them a minimum of $100,000 of capital. That's the minimum. What are you going to get out of it? Well, most of you, again, realize that you should be helping them write their key person policy. You can be doing that immediately, as soon as they enroll. And the key person policy, you can write it through whatever carrier and IMO you want. We typically write it through an organization that has guaranteed coverage. It's non-med underwriting, and it issues normally in 3 days, but you don't have to do it that way. You can write that policy wherever you want. So again, those of you that are life insurance licensed, like Kelvin's on the line here, so many of you are life insurance licensed and you're not selling as many policies as you want. I don't think there is a better lead generation system for an insurance agent than this, right? You're addressing the need that most small businesses have with access to capital. And then the key person policy that we're talking about here is not really a sale. It's an element of their underwriting package, of their loan package. So there you're already profiting. So even if you paid $4 for the damn lead, if you're making $500 to $1,000, who wouldn't say that's a good deal? And then secondly, you'll earn another $1,250 once they have received their first tranche of financing. Normally we'll apply for that in week 2, and preferably it'll be funded by week 3. So what that's doing is it's funding their deferred refundable deposit. So instead of the client paying the $2,500 deposit up front, we wait until after their first round of capital raise, and then you're getting half of that, aren't you? So you've already sold the policy, depending upon how you're writing it. And especially if you're following our non-med underwriting, you're getting paid for that almost immediately. Plus you're getting another $1,250, which still should be within the first 30 days. You're also going to get 3% of their capital raise, which is great. So just doing the math, if they just get a minimum capital raise of $100,000, there's another $3,000 in your pocket. And then what you and I know is a lot of these folks have some credit issues, and they may benefit from credit sweep. And if so, normally you're earning about $1,000 off of it. So if you're paying $4 for a lead, you have a high chance of conversion. And we're just going to do some round numbers. You're making 1,000. I'm just going to round off 2,000. 3,000 more makes us 5. And 1,000 more makes 6. So we have a reasonable possibility of earning $6,000 per client. Some of it paid in the first 30 days. Some might take a little longer. But if you're earning $6,000 on average per client, and you're paying $4 for a lead, then is that not a good deal? To me, it seems like it would be. Again, it's fine for me. For those of you, we've got a lot of people on the webinar today, rightfully so. And many of you have a remarkable skill set in developing leads. But if you're not generating 5 to 10 deals a week, 20 to 40 a month, I would encourage you to go help these people that are actively looking for capital, because they're out there looking. And so you can either help them or not. You can either make your ballpark of $5,000 to $6,000 by helping them or not. Someone's going to help them sooner or later. It would be nice to help them sooner rather than later. And it would be really nice for you to get paid versus you not get paid. So what I want to do is turn it to questions that you all have regarding leads. And so, yes, if anyone is interested in this, we can get you plugged in. You'll just reply back or email us, and then we can coach you through that. So if you're looking to buy leads, get with us, and we can assist you with that. Sorry, Dion. All right, so who has questions regarding the free landing page that we provide you for access to capital? How what you're doing is just simply helping them see if they qualify. You're not selling anyone anything. Who has questions off of the money that you make by following this simple process? Who has questions on the types of leads that you can get? Who has questions? Because if you're not on track, we're on April 12th. So we're not quite, well, let's just say we're a third of the way through April. We're not halfway through, but we'll just say we're a third of the way through April. If you've not generated at least 10 access to capital clients this month, in the month of April, as of the time of this recording, for those of you that are on live, then you're not on track. Something's wrong. You're not making the money that you should. You're not, and again, working backwards, if you're not making the money, then that means you're probably not making the sales. And if you're not making the sales, that is indicative that you don't have the leads that you need. So you either need to find a better way to create your own leads, or you need to go buy leads. All right, so who has questions on what we've covered today? All right, so Peggy says, do I need to add this new landing page to my page I already have? Well, when you all sign up, and so again, if you don't have a landing page, it's real simple, right? You go to iimfl.org. Let's go to the home page. You see the access to capital page, click the gray box, or you can go over to the drop down. Either way, takes you to the same place. And if you don't have a landing page yet that's free, then you need to click this gray box to become an affiliate partner. And now it generates that for you automatically. So you'll click this, you'll get set up free and easy, and it'll send you an email with 2 links. One to sign up sub-affiliates, because even though we're not MLM or network marketing, we pay override commissions. And then also in that same email, you'll get a link to a page that looks just like this, that is your landing page. And so then Peggy, then it's up to you to be able to start promoting. With this new front end system, you're going to really like it, because you'll get an automatic email each time they complete step 1, because technically there's 3 steps, right? Step 2 is terms and conditions. Step 3 is where we gather the rest of the information for implementation, and you'll be notified when they finish step 1. And if they finish step 1 but they don't complete steps 2 and 3, then the system will go back and remind them. So Peggy, hopefully I answered your question, but you would want to drive people into this. And as we talked about last week, I would recommend not filling this in for them, because once they've done this, it's going to take them to step 2, and that's terms and conditions. And if you agree to the terms and conditions on their behalf, that's called identity theft. That's fraud, because now you're committing them to something that they're not aware of. So the client needs to fill this out to progress to step 2. And then after step 2, then we'll get to step 3 to get the basic information, and we'll implement. All right, so hopefully that helped, Peggy. Thank you for your question. And Kelvin, yeah, just email me and you can see our contact information here. So anyone that's needing information on where to get these leads, and you can buy leads wherever you want or generate your own leads. Again, we have no income, direct or indirect, by you using this new resource. We just simply don't care. We're just clarifying, because we talked last week about lead sources for the credit sweep. But several of you had asked, well, what about lead sources for access to capital? So that's why we're talking about it today. All right. Oh, and so Kelvin, in terms of if you want to write the key person policies through our hierarchy, you're welcome to do so. And again, the benefit there is guaranteed issue up to age 70, non-med underwriting. So the ease and expediency of getting that first key person policy written is going to reflect very positively on the client. They're going to think highly of you. Now, chances are, Kelvin, you'll want to go work with them. Furthermore, you'll probably do a financial needs analysis and see other areas of asset protection or wealth growth strategies you could help them with more advanced techniques. My recommendation is for the key person policy, don't use advanced techniques, because that's probably going to add to the underwriting timeline and complication, and time kills deals, right? So if they're waiting for you for 30, 60, 90 days to get their damn policy written for their loan package to be completed, they're not going to be happy. So yes, Kelvin, just email us here and we can get you set up if you want to write through us, which is optional. Clarify to everyone, optional. All right, the link, so Vernon, yes. So Vernon's one of our JV partners. So even if you're a joint venture partner, you're still going to want to also be set up in this system, because it's this system that's going to give you the link. So you'll be paid more. Joint venture partners are paid more than affiliates. We know that. But please, everyone should go in and be an affiliate, and that'll create at no cost, free and easy, a landing page. It's going to look just like this. So you have the place to send them. This is like a little 3 to 4 minute YouTube, the flyers there, and then they can fill out the form on your page. So yes, Vernon, even if you are a joint venture partner, you'll still also want to be an affiliate. So in our distribution model, everyone should be an affiliate. Now, not everyone is also an educator. Not everyone is also a joint venture partner. It just depends if it's the right fit, but everyone should be an affiliate. So thus, all joint venture partners should also be affiliates. All credit literacy educators should also be affiliates. Thank you for that, and sorry for any confusion. All right. Yes. So Vernon's asking, so we created a different landing page called 4-week funding. So if you see 4weekfunding.com, you put that in, guess what it does? It forwards over to our Access to Capital page. So that's just a URL that we bought that forwards over for marketing purposes. You may very well also want to get your own URL that you forward to the unique landing page that you get for free when you become an affiliate partner, because it's going to have some gobbledygook in it. And so, a mixture of letters and numbers that's not really branded to you. So certainly you may want to get just a redirection URL like 4-week funding to drive people to your landing page, but it's certainly not required. So if you want credit for your leads, we need to do one of two things. You'll need to let us know if you're feeding them into the main site. You'll need to let us know. And frankly, once they get to step 3, it'll ask who referred them. But that's not preferred. What's preferred, Vernon, is feed them into your own landing page. Because if you feed them into your own landing page, what happens? They're hard-coded to you. There's no way for them to get overlooked. So there's 2 types of pages that look just like this. There's ours, which is we'll call the house account. And then there's yours, which is branded specific to you. We're not selling it to you. It's free and easy to get. Once you fill out the affiliate partner form, it'll generate a landing page. That's what we were working on over the past 60, 90 days, is getting the systems in place. So you'll get a free landing page that will look just like this. And then this is hard-coded to you. Okay, does anyone else have any questions you want to put into the Q&A that I didn't address? And I'm going to attempt to summarize, and then we'll see if any other questions come up. So we're talking about a new source of leads today. We know that if you want to make money, you need to focus on sales, and to have sales, you need to have leads. You can generate your own leads or buy them. If you have the skill set to generate your own and you're doing it, I think one thing we don't want to do is lie to ourselves. In life, a lot of us will say, well, I can do that, but we tend to not do that. So if you can do that and you are doing that and you're generating 20 to 40 access to capital clients per month, like some of our stronger producers are, then you don't have a problem. It's not broke. Why fix it? But if you're not on track to generate 20 to 40 access to capital clients this month in April, then you might want to consider doing something differently, because you're not doing as well as you could. You're not helping as many people as you should, and you're cheating yourself out of income. So you can go buy leads if you want to buy leads wherever you want to buy them. But what we're clarifying is the best type of lead are those that are actively looking for capital. Not just they're out there. And we talked about Prochaska's trans-theoretical stages and how that works. We summarized the value proposition of the access to capital, which is really strong. And then we also reviewed the income streams that you have and to create a better understanding of timing. You should be selling that key person policy and paid this month and month 1 for it. As long as the client is fundable, you should be getting paid from their deferred refundable deposit that they're paying from their first tranche of financing in the first month. Chances are you won't be paid 3% of the capital raised in the first month, because it takes us a month to build a loan package. But if they have not managed their credit well and they'd benefit from credit sweep, then you may want to use the white label version of that, which costs you nothing, and you make another 1,000. So reasonably, in your first 30 days per client, because I know time is of the importance, making around 1, around 2, around 3,000 in month 1 of each client. And that's not bad, right? So I know no one wants to buy leads. I'm not selling you leads. I don't make any money from you buying leads, but I'm just telling you, do the math. If you had to pay $4 to get a qualified lead and you had a reasonable probability of making 3,000 this month from that lead, what are your alternatives, right? All right, so Vernon says, I have 5 prospects to put into the system today. Very good. He just filled out the affiliate link. Very good. And that's going to process automatically. In the beginning, it was clunky when we were switching over, but now it's automatic. So within just a few minutes, you should get an email, Vernon, that has 2 links in it. One email, one to sign up sub-affiliates, and one to your landing page. So you should be ready to go. Awesome, Vernon. Yeah, 5 today. And so Vernon's on a roll. 5 a day is not unreasonable. You have thousands, you've got you got hundreds of thousands of small businesses that are out there looking for capital. And again, we're not asking you to be a salesman. You don't have to be a closer. All you do is you reach out to them and say, hey, April Johnson, I see that you're looking for capital for your business. And so again, you'd have some information about April because you'd have this. This is Larry. So I guess let's change the role play. So you'd call and say, hey, Larry, I see that you're currently looking for 100,000 or more for your business. And I wanted to see if you qualify for a program we have. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. Of course, it's a no upfront cost program. It does match your capital raise goals. It has a minimum of $100,000. All I need is about 2 or 3 minutes of your time, and we can find out if you qualify. Do you have 2 or 3 minutes now, Larry, to see if you can qualify for 100,000 in the next 30 days? And Larry's probably going to say yes. He might not, but probably so. And then you need to get him over to your landing page, and then you walk him through it. So he's the one typing his first name in and his last name and his email and his phone. Let him do that, or her do that if it was April, but then walk them through the steps. It's going to take you about 5 minutes to walk them through the steps. They feel more comfortable because you're a real person interfacing with them. It's not just some crazy link that they're crossing their fingers and hoping is not a scam. And in 5 minutes, you've got a new client. And in 5 minutes, now you're on track to earn 5,000 or more while helping them. Kyra asked about timeline on lead purchasing. You can buy them today. There's 250 waiting for you right now. Just email us, and then I can give you more direction on that. Super simple. Vernon says, awesome. Thank you. You're welcome. James says the link for sub-affiliates is not working. Should I sign up again? Yeah, go ahead and I guess try it again. I'm not sure what's not working. You're the only person that's told me that it's not, but you can try that or email us in, James, and we can figure that out. I know that the new front end is definitely working on the access to capital, which is the topic here. Maybe there's something wrong with the link that comes in that email with signing up sub-affiliates. But if that's the case, we can have our programmer work on it. All right. Well, thank you all. Again, I just close on this. If you're not earning the income that you want, that you need, that you desire, you're the one that controls the outcome of that. There are there's hundreds of thousands of small businesses looking for capital. We have a credible program with no upfront cost, guaranteed results, no risk, no minimum credit score, no minimum time in business to qualify. So we have a unique proposition. We can show you how to get active prospects, and then you can follow through and earn a very reasonable income. It's not get rich quick, but if you can earn an extra 3,000 in your first 30 days of helping every client, and you do that 20 to 40 times a month, I mean, you're earning an adult income. There's just no reason. I think so often in our society, we get oriented towards getting a job, and a job typically is an hourly pay, and making $12 an hour or even $20 an hour. When I was an adjunct faculty, I was making $25 an hour. You can't support yourself in today's environment, in today's society, at $25 an hour. So we've got to stop thinking about hourly pay, stop thinking about jobs, and look at how, as an entrepreneur, you can solve people's problems and earn an adult income. I mean, off of one of these, I was a full-time high school teacher with 2 graduate degrees, and I make more by helping one client through access to capital than I did working a whole month as a damn high school teacher. So it's not a fair system. There's not equality. There's haves and have nots. Haves learn that you have to generate income in a much greater way than trading your time for money. Hourly pay is not going to help grow, in most cases, grow a retirement or grow comfort or grow security. It's by helping people solve problems and earning this type of money that's really going to change your life. So thank you all. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. Have a good day.